Welcome to the channel and Gears of War 2 troubleshooting. So basically I put this video together for anyone that is having problems playing Gears of War 2 in terms of getting past the start screen. Now this problem for me happened around the release of Gears of War Ultimate Edition on Xbox One, and at the time they released the Ultimate Edition they gave away digital versions of Gears of War 2, Gears of War 3 and Gears of War Judgment. Since they did that, I have not been able to play Gears of War 2 at all. The original problem I had was that when I loaded Gears of War 2, I got to the start screen. The minute I selected start, it would go into a kind of limbo where it was looking for network settings on my profile. And at that point, it would do the very typical Xbox 360 crash that, and at that point it either sat on that screen permanently making that noise, or sometimes it would black out. Now obviously as time progresses, even for some of these old games, they release updates through the online service, and basically since the original issue, the issue has now changed. It's still kind of the same thing, but it's, symptom or look is a little different. So here's that start screen, and obviously what I wanted to do is show you the problem before I explain to you how I fix this. So at this point I'm actually trying to cheat the system by logging in as a silver account I've created specifically for this problem. And I'm hoping that whilst this training mode's loading, I can jump in with my profile. So I'm trying to beat this section of the game loading by cheating, logging out the silver profile and logging in as myself. Now the symptom that happens in terms of a failure is the same doing this as it is by actually loading my profile, which will be that once it gets to a certain point, I'll say, yep, log me in. It'll sit for a while on this screen, and then eventually it will kind of just give up, reset the Xbox, and I'll be back at the dashboard with no Gears of War 2 game that I can play. So my ideas around this, initially while I'm doing this, I'm actually doing this on I've been doing this on a wired controller, because obviously my thoughts were wired controller obviously quicker, to get the button responses across to the console, and hopefully quicker to beat that game mode loading, so I can log my profile in and hopefully kickstart this into recognizing me as a profile in Gears of War 2 again. Now obviously there is a danger in all this, and the reason I'm choosing training mode is because I don't want to trash my save data. I've done so much in this game, it is not funny. I got like 1,460 points I think out of the game score, but I've also got a good 37,500 kills towards that But Seriously 2.0, which I actually want to start chipping away at again. So first up, again, I've logged in as a silver account here, and what I've actually done this time round, and this is something for you to consider as well, although it will need you to make sure that Gears of War 2 is installed on your Xbox 360 internal hard drive, is that if you're like me and you've got a lot of games, I got an external hard drive where I've got almost 2 terabytes of games, and that is causing me load delays. So I'm getting a delay in getting into this screen, if you like, to try and cheat the system. So what I did was basically install Gears of War 2 on the hard drive of the Xbox 360 and then remove the USB drive. Now all the time I'm doing this, I don't have Ethernet connected at all, and that's key. If you don't have the Ethernet connected, you can try and get past this problem. With Ethernet connected or your network connected, you're not going to get past this issue. So just make sure that your network cable's out whilst you're trying to cheat the system. So again, I've logged in as my silver account I've created. I actually called the account silver, and I've loaded the game. I'm not connected to Ethernet. I'm using a wireless controller at this point, but with my Gears of War console with just this game installed, just so I can get better load time. Now I'm going to go again into the training sessions purely because I want to try and beat this mode but not mess up my save data. And again we get the screen. This is me now logging out of the Silver account and then logging in as King Lizard. Now timing is going to be of the essence here, so you may have to do this 2, 3, 4 or more times. Now this is taking a little bit of time, so I'm probably going to miss this one, but I wanted to use this as a basis to explain to you the problem and how I'm going to fix this. So we got the reset again, so I wasn't successful that time. Okay, so we're back at the Xbox 360 load screen dashboard. What I've now done is, because my Gears of War edition, Gears of War 3 edition Xbox 360 has quite a lot of games installed internally as well as on the external hard drive, which I've removed for this test, I've actually gone and got my Xbox 360 250 gig standard down. And the reason is that one has a lot less games and stuff on it. Again, I'm trying to get a better load time for my Xbox 360 so that I can beat this login process. So again, I'm logging in as my Silver account, and then I'm going to load Gears of War 2. Now, the reason I'm doing this on an Xbox 360 is because I've had no success on the Xbox One, and I think it's because the Xbox One is obviously a creature of the internet. It always expects to be online, and all of the games expect to be online, and as a result I can't get past this problem on an Xbox One, which is a complete pain in the arse, because Microsoft said they wouldn't do that with games, but I cannot get this process to work on the Xbox One or the X or the S, which is why I'm using an Xbox 360, just so we're clear. So you can see here this is a different machine I'm using, different capacities and stuff. My save data on this machine is on the memory card, so I do have 2 backups of my save data here, and again this machine has a lot less on it, so I'm hoping it's going to help me log out of the Silver account, which is what I'm doing now. I've loaded that training mode in the background, so I'm trying to beat the game successfully loading training mode whilst I log in and log out as me. I've done it. Yeah, so there you can see, bottom right corner, King Lizard logged in. So having less on my Xbox 360, e.g. using a different machine, obviously that's not going to be an option for all of you, but one thing you can do, if you've got a USB drive installed, move everything across to the USB drive, and then just have as little as possible on your Xbox 360 hard drive to give you as much load benefit as possible. The less you have on the machine, the quicker it's going to respond. So that has enabled me, by switching my Xbox 360 console from my lesser used console with less data on it, to get around this problem. And this is the first time in over probably 3 years that I've seen the Horde mode menu with my profile. The one thing that's not so good, oh please don't be the case, the one thing that's not so good is I don't have a level. Now, do I see the level there, or I don't have a level there either? I hope not, but I think I've lost all my save data, all my progress. So by being quick enough to log in and out of the Silver account and log in as me whilst the game mode is loading, so it's all about beating the game actually loading and logging out in and out during that process, so it's a speed thing. You can bypass it and fool it into getting you logged in again and getting your account working with the game. But by the looks of it here, for me, and I don't know if this will be the same for everyone, but for me, I appear to have lost all my progress. I hope I'm wrong, but I've got a nasty feeling that I'm not. If I kill this thing, I should get part of that achievement. Yeah, there it is. So variety is the spice of death. 1 of 15. So that means my progress is trashed. Right. Well, I guess the bright side of this, I've got the game working again, which is great, because I love this game. I can play it again. The downside is I've lost all of my save data, which obviously is not great. Now, I did actually contact Microsoft about this problem, and they couldn't help me at all in any shape or form. And to be honest, they weren't interested. Obviously, it's an old game, so I can kind of understand them not wanting to support, but at the same time, it is an Xbox exclusive, so you'd think there'd be some kind of interest in helping you getting this game work. But it's kind of like, well, no, you know, that's the past time, we don't care about it. You know, even though they give it away free with the newer games, which, as far as I'm concerned, if you're giving away something with a current product, it should work, and it doesn't for some people. Not everyone has this issue. I've got friends that this works fine for, and they've not had any issues since that Gears of War Ultimate came out. So I'm just jumping out of Horde mode there. I'm going to reset the console after looking at my, oh no, look, my war journal, and as I expected, it's got all my photos. Thanks, game. The thing I don't really give a crap about, it's kept. So there's my photo from 2011. But all my save data's gone. So that could be an after effect of getting it to work the way I have. Bear in mind, obviously, I've tried a number of times before this to get it to work, so maybe something I did in the past screwed up my save data. I can't think of anything, but hopefully if you do this it won't trash your data, but there's no guarantee. Obviously, that's the thing that I'm seeing, is my war journal is clear of any progress. Now bear in mind, I've got 1,460 achievement points in this game. I didn't have many left to get. I think I got like 140 points to acquire, one of which was but seriously 2-0, for which I had 37,500 plus kills, which are all gone now. So in summary, what I've achieved here is obviously getting my game working with my profile again. And the way that I did that was to create that silver account, log into Gears of War 2 with the silver account so that I could get a working copy of the game. Then I chose a game mode, in this case the training mode. I loaded the training mode up. Whilst I was loading the training mode, the immediate second I pressed the A button to load training mode, I logged out of that silver account and logged into my account. The key to success here is timing. Now for me, a wired controller did not help. It didn't give me any benefit. The way I got around my timing issues were obviously using my secondary Xbox 360, which doesn't have much data on it. Obviously, if you've only got the one machine, put your games that are on your internal hard drive onto a USB hard drive and just have Gears of War 2 or as little games as possible on your Xbox 360's hard drive. If you do that, you'll get the load benefit from not having as much stuff on the 360. That's the only way I got around this issue, was ensuring I had a console with minimum content, so there was less loading times. And it's all about, as I said, beating that game loading the mode and getting yourself logged in. If you can do that, you can fix your problem. Obviously the downside, like I said, you've got to weigh up the odds as to whether you want to risk losing all your save data or never playing Gears of War 2 again. For me, I'd rather play this game again, no matter how painful it is in terms of finding out I've lost all my save data. Hopefully if you do this, you won't lose your data. Do me a big favour, please, viewers. If you use this video, you find it in any way useful, or interesting, drop me a like, maybe subscribe to the channel. If you get it working, leave me a comment in the comment field. If you didn't lose your save data, leave me some comments too. That would be great to hear. Thanks for watching, take care, keep well, most importantly, come back soon.